Hello, I'm Paul Douglas. Now, like many guitarists, I often use backing tracks to improvise on the guitar over, practice coming up with my own solos, practice improvisation. And sometimes I will make my own backing tracks. In fact, there are several on my YouTube channel here, which I'll put links in the description below. That got me to thinking, I wonder just how quickly I can make a backing track. That's what this video is all about. So essentially, I'm just going to leave the camera running whilst I try and create a backing track using Reaper, my DAW digital audio workstation of choice, and some other tools that I often use. Now, this is going to be slightly unusual for me in that I'm not going to edit this video. What you see is what you get. So whatever mistakes I make when recording this are going to stay there because I want to time this thing. I want to see how long it's going to take me. So I'm hoping that I can get a pretty good backing track with, drums, bass, maybe some sort of synth pad or organ part, maybe a bit of guitar. I'm hoping I can get one created in under half an hour. So on my phone here, I'm going to set a stopwatch on it. I'm going to start the timer and let's see how long this actually takes. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like and share this video. And let's see if I can come up with a half-decent backing track in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so here we go. We shall start the timer. Right. First thing I'm going to do, so I've just created an empty project in Reaper here. Let's add a track. So I'm going to use all the tools that I'm familiar with. That's going to be the quickest way to come up with this. So I'm going to use EZDrummer for the drums. I'm going to just right click in here, select Insert Virtual Instrument on New Track and select EZDrummer. Where's Tune Track in here? There we go. So EZDrummer is just there. Add that. I don't care about any of these extra outputs. All I want is the main one. So you can hear the drums. I'm just going to keep the default basic drum kit there in the interest of speed. It sounds absolutely fine. What I'm going to do now then is search for a pattern that I can use as the basis of this backing track. Now, one thing I'm going to do before that, why is that running? Let's just stop that. Is I'm going to change the BPM. I want this to be quite a slow-ish sort of relaxing backing. So I'm going to slow the tempo down. Let's select 80 BPM there, and you can see the tempo changed in easy. And let me. So what I want is maybe sort of a ballady type drum beat. Let's see if I can find something along those lines. What have we? I don't want to, again, in the interest of speed, I don't want to spend too long searching stuff. So timer on my phone's making an annoying noise, that stopwatch, so I'll stop that. Let's go for classic rock group. What have we got in here? Whoops. Okay, that's perfect. I'm just going to use that. That sounds absolutely great to me. What I am going to do is I'm going to make use of the song creator in EZDrummer. So what that means I'm going to do, I'm going to drag that into there. I'm going to drag it into the MIDI drop zone. Then it'll give me a load of suggestions different patterns. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that into, so got that. I'm just going to close, no. So I'm just going to put it there. Okay, that's brilliant. I'm going to close EZDrummer. Right, that's the basis for our drum beat. Now, I'm going to create another track and I'm going to add bass onto this. I'm going to use EZBass for doing this, because again, I think that's the quickest way to do it. EZBass. Click that, I'm not sure. Brilliant. To wake up. Okay, we can hear that. Brilliant. And again, I'm not going to worry about selecting sound. I'm just going to pick whatever the default is. EZBass Modern, Clean DI, yeah, that'll do. And let's have a look at some of these grooves now. What I think I'll probably do is select one of these and then I will edit it. So let me play this one. I made me that one. Essentially. I like the sound of that, but it's not really appropriate for what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to select that one. I'm just going to edit it in the MIDI editor. So I'm going to play those two together. I'm just going to turn the bass up and the drums down a bit. This is the name that bass so I don't get confused. Okay, let's edit this. Now, I have a chord progression in mind for this backing track. The chord progression is going to be B minor for 2 bars, A for 2 bars, E minor for 2 bars, and then B minor 1 bar, F sharp minor for 1 bar, which is the dominant chord in the B minor key which we're in. So I want to change all these. So that note there is a C. I want to make that a B, and I'm just going to, I'm not going to work. See, I said I'd leave mistakes in. Let me just, where are we in the song? There we go. I seem to have accidentally deleted something. I did that, but anyway, don't worry about it. I'm going to move that down to a B. And what I might do, actually, let's just select everything and move it all down. So just select everything. Right. I'm going to change that to be F sharp. No, I don't want everything selected again. Remove that note. So I want that to go back to B. That note, so that I'm happy with that first bit there. Leave those notes there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same again there. I'm just going to copy this this whole thing here. Copy it. So hold down Control and drag it. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Now, remember the chord progression I said, B minor 2 bars, A2 bar, sorry, yes, A2 bars, E minor 2 bars, B a bar, F sharp minor a bar. I think I'm actually going to change that and double the length of all of those. So I'm actually going to go 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, 2 bars, 2 bars. So here we got 4 bars. Actually what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to delete the whole rest end of this. I'm just going to copy and edit the bits I've already got. So it's going to take all this, copy it, and now the second chord is A, so I'm going to drop this down 2 semitones down to A. So we go from the end of that bit perfect. Okay, I have to extend the size of this. What I'm actually going to do is double this. I'm going to just put that over. There we go. Now we're into E minor, so I'm going to swap this out. I'm going to move it up to E minor. So that, isn't it? Drag that up so it's a B at the moment, so we're going to go up to E there. And then so back to B for 1 bar and then F sharp, yeah. If I said F sharp minor before, which I might have done, I'm not sure, I meant F sharp or F sharp 7 there. That goes back to the B. Okay, and this last one here is going to be the F sharp, all the way up here. I'm going to change that actually 4 notes to lead us in. So what I'm going to do to that is I'm going to copy that note, that, and copy it. Selecting that, timing slightly, quantization, but look this way. Okay, let's listen back to that, and I'll probably waste a little bit of time listening back to it. Let's listen back to the whole thing that we have so far. Here we go. Okay, let's duplicate the drums underneath that bit. Yeah. Excellent. So we've got a little 16-bar phrase that is the 16-bar section. That is the basis of our backing track. Wonderful. And what I am going to do at this point is I'm just going to change the colours of these tracks. That colour to I'm going to do next, because I'm going to have a keyboard track. So I'm going to call this a pad track, say pad synth. I'm going to select the colour for that. Let's select that one. Brilliant. I'm just going to save this, Control S. So What I also might do is just slow the speed down a bit, because I think it's a little bit quicker than I want. Let's try it at 70 BPM. That's better, actually. I prefer it at that speed. That's more for the feel of what I'm going for. Excellent. Okay, it's 13.5 minutes in. I'm going to put a sort of pad sound on that, pad synthy sound, maybe organ, I'll see what it comes up with. So and I'm going to add Sampletank to this channel. Now, Sampletank is a rompler, if you like. It's essentially a huge library of sounds you can play through MIDI. So there's usual suspects in there like keyboards and organs and synths and all sorts of other things like orchestral sounds and weird sound effects and drums. What I'm going to do is look for some sort of pad sound. So I'm going to select synth pad there, and I want something quite, I don't know what classic is. Let's audition a few of these, shall we? Okay, now that's a bit too weird. Okay, what about clean? Let's try that. Oh, most definitely not. Mellow, let's try that. Hello. Analog pad. Something that sustains. What about big chord? Organ pad. I'm having trouble finding anything that I like. That's the problem with some of these tools. There's so many options. I'll try a few more and not plastic pad. Let's try. Okay, I'm going to go for an organ sound instead. What's that thing? Whiter shade. That's based on whiter shade of pale, sure. Let's select record, enable that because I'm getting a bit of latency when I press them. Okay, I'm going to try that. That'll do for now. That'll do me nicely. So what I'm going to do is enable the metronome. And I'm going to record myself just playing sustained chords over this, what we've got at the moment. And now you'll see me go out of shot because I've got to go over to my piano, which is out of shot down there, and play this part. Let's just turn the record monitoring on, and here we go. Let's hit record. What? Oh. No, I messed that up, didn't I? Because I want to record through MIDI here, so I've got to change the inputs. Input MIDI. Here we go. That's what I want. Yeah, that should. Hopefully this will work. Let's try it. I'm back. You may have noticed I made a mistake towards the end there. I think I actually played too long of a B minor chord. But we can fix that using MIDI, which is the great thing about MIDI. So let's just go back to this bit here. Not that bit there. So here. Okay, I did do it okay. Oh, I think it's absolutely fine in the end. That's great. So, right, okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm just going to chop the beginning of that. Here, chop the end of that because we need it. Wonderful. Now, here's our backing track. Could leave it at that, but I'm not going to. So that is, I could just copy and paste that lots of times and we're sorted. I'm going to do that once. But what I like to do with backing tracks is I don't like to leave them all the same throughout. So what I want to do is actually change the dynamics in different sections. So we've got two that are exactly the same. That's fine. What I'm going to do next is actually, I'm going to copy these, but I'm going to find a drum pattern that's similar, but a bit different, maybe a bit busier, a bit more dynamic. So I'm going to go back to EZDrummer here. And we've still got the song creator set up here, and that's why I've left it. I'm going to pick one of these. That's a bit, that one I might use, but that's the opposite of what I was saying, that drops it down a bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to hit, whoops, press the wrong button there. Do that. Oh, stop making noise. Why are you making noise? Quiet. Why is that happening? I don't know. Let's not worry about it. Back to EZDrummer. Said I'd leave all the mistakes in. Here we go. I'm going to drag that verse 3 there to there. I'm going to copy that. So this section here. Is that the one I meant to copy, or did I meant to copy verse 4? Might have went to copy verse 4 actually. Yeah, okay, let's copy that one instead. Get rid of those. Making noise again. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Let's do that. Oh no, good. Yeah, and then we'll copy that one. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. I'm going to do that. So that, when it gets to that point, gets a bit loud, a bit fuller, the dynamic increases a bit. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to create some markers here. So Shift M, the beginning there. And then this is where the dynamic changes. So yeah. I'll just call that a bit more, so I can jump to it. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to copy these, but I'm going to replace those with that other pattern I found in EZDrummer, which is verse 5, I think, maybe, or verse 6. That one. That. It's even more. Okay. That's excellent. So I'm going to make another marker there. So that's Shift M. I'm going to call it even more. That's great stuff. Now what I want to do is we've got the drums controlling the dynamics there, but what I want is to add even more. And maybe I'm going to add a guitar part there. So what I'm going to do is guitar. I'll create another track, and I'm actually going to add bias FX to this track. Right, there we go. I'm going to play a guitar part that will add to that and build up the dynamics. So let's grab my guitar here. Quickly find a suitable sound. And B minor. Okay. I need to make sure it's just a guitar. I'm going to call it guitar 1. And make sure I've got the correct input selected here. Which needs to be 2. My case. Not on that anymore. Okay, you can hear that. Now let's pick a sound. I probably want something a little crunchy. I have some sounds set up here. I'll pick that one. Fine. That's a bit too distorted. I think. Okay, excellent. I'm just going to turn the gain down a little bit. Just going to play a very simple picking the chord patterns. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to record myself playing that from there right to the end of the big bit there. Big dynamic. Let's have a look. Count in. Okay, that'll do. Now, rather than playing it again, I'm just going to cut that just there. Copy it, which might sound a bit unnatural, but what the hell? I'm trying to work quickly here. Go. So we've got that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra guitar part. And what I'm going to do to that is I'm just going to duplicate this track. I'll call that guitar 2. I'm going to pan this to the left a bit. I'm going to pan this one to the right a bit. Select bias FX out of here. I'm going to select a different sound. I'm going to do some big power chord type things to again increase the dynamic a bit even more. So select a different sound. Let's select, what's this one? Blue. Fine. Sure. Sounds good to me. Any more overdriven than that? Add a little touch more gain. That's all I'm going to do, just attack those power chords. So delete this because we don't want it on this track. Go back to where we were and we'll record again. So, ready? Let's go. Oh, wait a minute, no, again, I think that's because I don't want this to start there. I want to start it the second time around, so I want it on this even more bit. Excellent. Right, so we've got that. Now, as I was doing that, whoops, no, I didn't want to delete that. I wanted to cut that there and cut that last bit off. I want to add another bit. Let's just have a quick listen back to that, a bit of that. Okay, now we're at half an hour, which is how long I was hoping this would take. But anyway, I'm just going to keep going. I'm quite enjoying what I'm doing here. What I want to do, if you remember, when we opened EZDrummer earlier, there was a drum beat here, which was much lower in dynamic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. Oops. Drag that into there. Come on, you think. Just get. Copy that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this bit be with just the bass, no keyboard. There we go. So as it comes out of the big, even more section, it goes back down and really. Perfect. Right, and then, okay, so I think, so how long is that? So we start there, and that's at 4:35. Let's duplicate that whole thing. All that, and then got that bit in there, and then maybe let's have one more of the beginning section. So this bit for it to finish on. That mellow bit. So how does this finish? Let's try and get a better ending. So I want to end on a B. So all I do, yeah, what am I doing? Let's just, I'll duplicate that, edit it, chop out everything except the first note. So we get that. That's an E, so I'm going to move that to B. Like that. Extend the length. Here, let's just have a symbol hit again. So if I just start there, chop out everything except the first bit, grab all that, and it can all go away. That sound like. Okay. Let's just listen to that end. Perfect. Right, save that. So we've got, I'm just going to select colours. That one. Okay, and now I've got to mix it. I'm going to mix this very, very quickly. So here we are in the mixer. I'm not going to do any fancy stuff. I'm not going to do any EQ compression. I'm purely going to mess around with the levels. So here we go. Start right at the beginning. The bass is too quiet for me there, so. I'm flashing my microphone with it. Increase the bass slightly with the keyboard down. I'm going to move on to the next section. Off. Section, I imagine this other guitar is going to require going down a bit. I'm recording that one. Too much. I just want to hear the transition between those two sections. Hear the end of this section because it looks like it ends very abruptly. I'm not sure if I want that or when the guitar to move through. No, actually, I like the abrupt stop. Okay, I'm just going to turn that down a little bit because I still think it was a little bit overpowering. Let's transition on it. I don't think it's overpowering. Let's go to the end of this section. Okay, brilliant. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's done. I'm going to mix that down. Got how long is it? I wonder. So the timer there is what, 10 minutes-ish, and I think that's a nice length for a backing track. I think that's good. I quite easily spend 10 minutes improvising to a backing track, no problem. So save that. So select between select. Sound finish. Sounds right. There. Right, and then I'm going to do a file render. Between time select. Yeah. And all I'm going to do is render one file. Wonderful. So that's rendering. We've finished. We've created a backing track. In another video, I will post this entire backing track so you can use it to improvise along to. And in yet another video, I'll post a video of me improvising over the top of it to make sure that it does fit the principle that we've had here that can be used to practice soloing, practice improvising. Okay, so that took about 40 minutes. From 39:12 that says, which is not too bad. You know, I was hoping to do it in half an hour, but 10 minutes over, I'll take that. I'm quite happy with that. So brilliant. Thanks very much for watching. Again, subscribe, hit the bell, like and share this video. Check out the links in the description below. I've been Paul Douglas. Keep making music, and I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers.